It's week 10 of the NFL, and we've got J.C. Jackson. He's been one of the
Everybody,
NFL's
how's it
best
going,
ball
Jake?
hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Chargers and the Niners on Sunday night.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna shot the computer, I guess. Yeah.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
If I
were a defensive back, I would want to bring it last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week.
I got this day tomorrow.
Was that it was a good south.
Oh my goodness, there a fumble?
And now there's a scoop.
Yeah, we got it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now the second-year man from Louisiana, here's Elijah Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
There we go.
Recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Here we go.
They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. action this time for Justin Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert now. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
Throw it.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They're going to run it.
Herbert throwing again.
Oh, man.
Throw knocked
They
away.
throw it?
And incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that
He
last
threw it.
completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that's going to be
he dropped it. Are they going
the
for it?
contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't trust you here on 4th and
Down,
10.
J.K. Scott ready to punt it
I
away.
don't trust to use your 4th and 10.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Lance now on 1st down.
Oh,
It's
no.
into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Why is he run that
Picked
way?
up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Carter for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
That's my fault wanting to throw it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Yeah, move.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
What the heck was that?
The next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw?
I had
Break
no
out on
idea what
third
that
down.
was.
Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. DeAndre Carter back deep. Take it at the 37. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
Might as well pause the run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure
then hit him with both.
now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Yeah.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger
beautiful.
Keenan Allen.
That was.
Touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their
I
advantage.
have no idea
He
what
can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times
That
we've
was
talked
a
to
beautiful
coaches,
throw.
and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning,
terrible.
so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
That was a terrible pass.
Hurry!
How about that?
Again on 2nd down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now after the sack, Lansing staring up here at a 3rd and long.
It's either down underneath or...
Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that was awful.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the
I'll
answer
try
to
the
this?
run game,
Either
yeah.
convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender. That's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Maybe 40 cam.
Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
Oh my God.
His tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start. But boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it
That
off.
one turnover
And he's going
piece.
to be marked down just outside the 10.
Scoring theirs, that score of mine. Still getting a touchdown mine, got a field goal. Here, hopefully some run defense.
On 2nd down, Eckler.
Oh, yes.
He's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some
Can we
space,
Biff and Graham
and he got
win?
there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
Got to get the run game going.
Up a very comfortable lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the
They
ball
get
for a
13
little while,
yards.
get at least 2 first downs, give their
Play
defense
this
just to
way,
settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also
trying for Ayuk.
Oh my goodness. One more, I'm taking him out.
Off by Michael Davis. And the
I'm taking him
Chargers are
out.
going to
Sorry.
take possession of the football.
Boy,
We've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half,
behind
and
after
another there on the
one
interception.
more
yeah, they're
interception.
certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
He's got his man. That's
Already
Everett,
3
the
and
tight
5.
end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Pass over the middle, tip.
Oh, he kept on the tip, bud.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but you got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Receivers, receivers.
Now
They'll probably
Hurts,
score.
3rd and goal. He
Yeah, I told
finds
you.
his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Yeah. They'll put Jimmy in.
Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a
I was
threat.
going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse.
The whole friggin' offense is getting benched at
How about some
halftime.
applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The whole team gets
Wisnowski
benched
on
at
the punt as he
halftime.
sends this one away. A little juke. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. Game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and inches, Herbert. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
Yeah, the whole team's getting benched at halftime.
In the final seconds of the
pitiful.
first half. And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. A final shot before half for Lance. Steps away. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the act.
Well, I don't have a 4th tight end. I don't have a except for the fullback. And Kittle, you watch from the bench. And that's telling the bench, Trent Williams. I mean, oh, I can't. There we go.
Set to begin the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look.
2:41 allowed, but
take a short break. The
35
49er offense set to get
points.
this drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have
oh my goodness, now we're moving the ball.
Done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from
now you guys care.
Deficit.
You guys care now.
They saying to each other, you never
What?
say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo.
Oh, no.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've caused big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Garoppolo. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
Maybe we don't need Devo and George Kittle.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. The kick by Gold is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
Our first drive is
I'm surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking.
Back up,
you also be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can get rid
worse.
at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
The throw over the middle taken in. That'll leave them with
off the field
3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Herbert off of play action. Williams brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. That about right there. He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
Will we fire the team or something?
Here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the
as long as they're in bad, that was our first team defense
next week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's still in there, but
Keenan with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
Here we go.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On play action, now Garoppolo.
Of course, that's what
His
it
throw's
is.
going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, my
and
God.
picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
That was at the backup team.
I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Chargers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. It's Eckler again. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, I missed it.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they haven't called
on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and this one was a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Here we go.
First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Herbert on 3rd down now. Finding Carter on the slant. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Personal foul. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Got my butt kicked.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write an end to this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?